Testing, testing, 1, 2. Recap. So one girl destroyed my friend group, and that girl was my best friend, Ari. At least, that's what it looked like from the outside, because everything started to fall apart after she joined. But from the inside, you could tell this friend group was doomed from the very beginning. Because as time passed, the more and more I noticed how fake all these friends in the group were, even to the people they called their best friends, which I found out after Ari called me and said Andre was trying to make a move on her, even though she was dating his best friend. And when I was finally done putting up with everyone's toxic behavior, I called him out and threatened to expose him for the kind of person he was. Until he threatened to expose what happened between me and Cam. Okay, to explain how we got there, we gotta go all the way back here. When I found out Cam and Louis broke up, the very first taste of drama in this friend group. And man, looking back at it, I really wish I ignored it. But this was a sheltered child's first taste of drama, and I bit. But looking back at this, I think we all know it's Party 101. If you come across anybody crying, vomiting, or angry, mind your business and glide by. But I didn't do that, and that was the start of our friendship and a lot of other things too. Now, more important information to remember is shortly after I met this group, society got fucking lobotomized. Travel bans were put in order, quarantine became mandatory, and 2 national emergencies were declared on my birthday. And the big old cherry on top was the relationship I was in at the time wasn't feeling so much like a relationship. The whole thing was a secret, so whenever we were together in person, we had to act like we was casual friends because my family was always around, and neither of our families left us alone together. They made it very clear we were not allowed to date. But what made it really hard was that whenever she was gone, all we did was text. No cute little movie nights, no FaceTime, no nothing. Oh nah. I felt like I was getting beat from every direction and thought, since I already had to text, call, and find new digital ways to spend time with my friends, what if I took that and applied it to my relationship? Yeah. Bro, she's cheating on you. Bro, she is! Why else wouldn't she pick up? She's just busy. Go away. Don't be mad at me for saying what we all thinking. Please pick up. Please. What the f- Oh. Hey, sorry, I'm busy right now. Did you need something? Nah, I just want to talk to you. Oh, just text me. I can't call you? You can, it's just I'm not in the mood. You can't text whatever you want to say? I guess. And so when my relationship left me feeling alone, I used my friends to fill the hole inside me. And there's so many problems with trying to fill the hole left by an ongoing relationship with other things, but I didn't know that. You think Lil Liam knew that? Look at his dumb little face. Stupid ass smile. What he so happy about? But listen, so no matter what drama was going on in the friend group, it felt like I needed them. So no matter how toxic it got or what was going on, I was there. And despite how bad it wasn't all bad. I did make some really good friends. It just so happened that one of those friends was Cam. I think what made being friends with Cam so easy is that me and Cam's friendship kind of mirrored me and Ari's. After talking a bit more, she would vent to me and Kim a lot about Louis, and I kind of treated her how I would Ari, just giving her the best advice I could, and we'd all laugh about it because she didn't listen. And then after a while, she stopped talking about Louis, and we were just normal friends. Until she said, I think I like you. I think I like you. I am so sorry. I know you have a girlfriend and everything, but it just started happening and I wasn't gonna say anything, but I told Kim and then she told me to tell you because... So Cam confessed to me. And one of the first people I talked to about the situation was Andre, because he was the oldest in the group and I thought that wisdom came with age. I told him I didn't know how to feel because I was hitting a dead end in my relationship and I wondered if it was time for me to step away because I was at a loss. And Andre just told me it was my choice. So what happened? I said no. Because Cam was cool, but we were just friends until that point. And I decided to keep trying to fix what I had. Granted, they didn't make that relationship work out in the end. Hell no! But am I glad I tried? No. If you ever go through this, leave it behind. But during that time, I couldn't face that reality. But Andre knew that. He knew everything. So imagine how I felt when he threatened to go around saying I cheated. Huh? Andre, what are you talking about? Nothing happened between me and Cam. It doesn't matter. You two were close enough, so I'll just tell her and we'll see what happens. I always gotta tell you to mind your business and you don't ever want to listen, so this is what's happening now. Yo, what is your problem? You're this mad because you messed up? You're wrong, because I didn't do anything. They were having problems and I just let her know not to give up on love. Why? Because you want her to love you? Either you drop this or watch how everybody that you care about drops you. And then he continued on to say it wouldn't stop in my relationship. He could make anything up to make me lose my friends too, because this was his group. So when it came down to me or him, who did I think everyone was gonna pick? Andre was trying to make me feel the pressure of possibly losing everything. But in that same moment, it was like the neurons in my brain activated. Because I was like, bro, bump you and this whole conversation. Because it was right then and there that I realized I didn't need a confession from him. I just wanted to see if he'd tell the truth. But I was far from done because the first thing I did after that conversation was talk to Louis and tell him Andre was hitting on his girlfriend. Yo, I already know. Andre was hitting on your... What? Yeah, I already know. And it was handled. By the time I got to Louis, Andre and Louis already talked about everything because while I was talking to Andre, Ari was already talking to Louis, telling him everything. So when it came time to talk to Louis myself, I just asked what he was going to do about the situation. Nothing. What? I'm not doing anything. We already talked about and handled everything. Now, it might have been Louis' laid-back expression, but for the first time ever, I genuinely felt repulsed by him. Because what do you mean you're homeboy? The man that you called your brother tried to move in on the woman you love, and you're not overly tweaking? You're not even tweaking like a little bit. Somehow, I walked away from that conversation feeling more pissed than my conversation with Andre, because the last thing Louis told me was that I needed to mind my business and stop trying to start problems. Alright. Hearing him echo the same exact thing as Andre, despite the fact I was trying to help him, showed me this should have been an Ons boy love story from the get-go. Andre x Louis is what this should have been, and there would have been no problems. Because I kid you not, Ari and Louis broke up days later, with Andre and Louis going right back to being best friends. But I didn't forget how Andre threatened me. So every single time we were around each other, we just had the worst arguments, and that dragged even more people into the drama, making everybody feel some type of way, including Ari, because despite being done dirty, she was still in the group and she didn't know whether to leave or not because she had also become friends with everybody. But the tension kept rising and rising until the whole group split down the middle. Some completely cut off Andre, agreeing that he was too toxic to be around and went off to do their own thing. And some just kind of drifted between groups. But some felt like it was all Ari's fault and hated how we were all arguing about a situation over a girl. And a few months later, Zayn forwarded a message from Andre where he was apologizing. He said he was sorry for everything, including Ari. But the truth is, it wasn't about Ari. It was about how we treated each other. Because when did friends lie to each other? When did friends bully one another? And where did it all go wrong? Because when you sit back and think about it, were we ever really friends at all? Anzai, hi. It's been a little while, as always. And yes, you did read that correctly. There is more to this story, but I'd hate to make anyone feel like I'm dragging it out, so I'm gonna leave this on a bit of an open ending. And please, like and subscribe, show some love. Tell me down in the comments between all 3 parts which was your favorite. Also, 200,000! I appreciate and love each and every single one of you. Has any animation channel ever grown this fast? Honestly, probably. But if you guys are interested in seeing the plaque, go check out my IG page. And also, I hope this video made your day just a little bit better. And if it didn't, keep your head up, because tomorrow could always be better. Peace.